Exploring Jamaica's political future, can a dedicated third party influence governance change?
How can 5 MPs chart the course for a better Jamaica? Now, this question, if you think about it, we're not talking about PNP, JLP, right? We're not talking about PNP, JLP. And this came about because a dear friend of ours contacted me and had a very lengthy discussion with me about this. And then I started sharing it with other people. I said, what do you think about this? And so I started getting an avalanche of ideas as to how this thing could work. And so what you're going to hear me say is not necessarily my view. It's just a discussion point. And I'm looking to all of you to bring some ideas to the table and tell us if this thing will work, if it won't work. All right. Let's start with the definition of government in Jamaica. People say, only world say help him. People say the definition of government is, some people, when people think of that, no. When you say government, people think of the JLP. Technically, the government is the JLP and the PNP. It's both parties that are in parliament. They both cast votes. They both debate. They technically, if you look at the chart, if you remember, and most of you are acutely aware of that chart, that it says government and it shows essentially both parties. When you think about things that you think of and you say it's the government, you're actually referring to the cabinet. That's what you're actually referring to. They set policies for Jamaica. They set the course. They chart the course. They chart the direction for Jamaica. When you say cabinet, you're talking about the ministers. Remember that. So when you say the government of Jamaica, you're really talking about the people who meet on a Tuesday. We don't have the post-gab meeting, all of the ministers. Those are the people who run the country. And government is technically both parties. Having said that, let me show you this. And again, this is not a secret document. It's right here, Wikipedia. You can Google it. That's another university, Google University. All right. Now, I hope everybody can see that. What this is showing right there now, it is showing that the Jamaica Labour Party in the Senate, they have, remember now, it must be 63 people in the House of Representatives and must be 21 in the Senate. Follow me. 21 in the Senate. In the Senate, 13 members of the 21, 13, they belong to the party that won the election, the Jamaica Labour Party, and the People's National Party, they have 8. That's a fixed number. That's fixed. You must have 13 and you must have 8 to get a grand total of 21. I can't highlight nothing, no? Okay, it's right here. Oops. Right here, the Senate. Now over here, MPs. This is the House of Representatives. That number is not fixed. The only number fixed is the 63. In the Senate, the 13 and 8 and 21, those are fixed numbers. If you win the election, you get 13 seats out of the 21, and if you lost it, then you get 8. Those 3 numbers are fixed: 13, 8, and 21. On the other side, MPs, where you say 63, that's the total number of members in the House of Representatives. That's the only number that's fixed. Because remember, in the Senate, you are appointed. You're not elected, you're appointed. In the House of Representatives, you are elected. And that's why that number is not fixed, because it depends on how people vote. In the Senate, you're not voted in, you're appointed in. So right now, the Jamaica Labour Party has 35 members of the 63, and the People's National Party has 28 for a grand total of 63. You must have 63. Now here is something else. In order for you to be the government, you must have 32. You must have 32. And then the other part, just like the 2 elections back when the JLP got 32 and the PNP got 31, that's 63. What do you think happened if a party doesn't get 32? What do you think? It's more likely than not if it is a third party. Think about that. Let's just put that off to the side for now. What will happen if you don't get 32, right? Let's go to third parties. People said there's no room for third parties in Jamaica. And we've had the most notable third parties: NDM, UIC, JPP. Those are the 3. And here they are right here. You only have NDM is not there. NDM was a developing force a few years ago, and it died. The last time I spoke to an NDM member, he said they only had 2 members, himself and the president. That's what the gentleman told me. So you don't see it here. What you see is the Jamaica Progressive Party, which is the JPP, and you see the UIC. Now here's the problem. Let's go back to the NDM. The NDM, it is my understanding that when they were formed, it was composed of people from JLP and PNP. They thought that a third party was necessary. And it's my understanding that what they tried to do was they tried to run a full slate, meaning they wanted to compete in 63 constituencies. They were told, don't do that. Pick a few and start and build. They said, no, we want to do 63. And they failed miserably. And as a result of that, the numbers dwindled and you don't see them here. So let's move them to the side. You have the Jamaica Progressive Party. Now, this party is the part, and people, we have to read, we have to read. This is the party that says, we want to buy fighter jets for Jamaica, and we want to buy submarines, and we want to eliminate certain taxes completely, and we want to do this because, again, it's my understanding that the leader of this party said that he's a trillionaire, something like that, and he was going to put the money in some kind of trust and have the money spent on the people of Jamaica. We have yet to see any of those money. So they're not garnering support. And as a result, they have 0 and 0. 0 in the Senate, 0 in the House. Then you have the UIC. And again, going back to their manifesto, the UIC, and we had Mr. Joseph Patterson on our show a few years ago. The UIC, in its manifesto, at least back then when he was on, they have no issues with drug use. They said you can smoke crack in your house and, we don't care. That's a personal choice. They have no problems with gambling. And say, no, you can do anything you want to gamble. And worst of all, they said, we have no problems with selling your body. Despite all of the attendant problems with that. They said, we don't have no problem. That's fine. And then there were some other personal financial issues with the leadership of that party. And so you see 0, 21, 0, 63. Now, here's the argument that I was involved in. If you get a third party that is dedicated, conscientious, and determined, what they should do is they should look at swing constituencies, and we have a few of them. What do I mean by that? Constituencies where people have seen No better under JLP, no better under PNP. And there are constituencies like that. Anybody who tells me otherwise, they're lying. There are constituencies like that, where the people basically they've given up. Think about this for a second. People have taken the affirmative steps. People got up and went and registered to vote. And of the number of people who registered to vote, only 30-something% voted. So you have to ask yourself, why did the other 60-something% didn't vote? They took the effort to go and register, so why didn't they vote? There's a problem there. And when I talk to some of them, they said that they're dissatisfied with both parties. But they're not dissatisfied with both parties. I think that's an extension. I think what you're saying is that they're dissatisfied with their representatives. Because the same party, JLP or PNP, they've done good elsewhere. But in that particular constituency, and it could be for a number of reasons, people just feel like, no better hearing, no better barring. That's what people have said. Now, if you have a serious third party, and they say, listen, we are going to spend our money targeting 10 constituencies. We're not doing a full slate. We're doing just 10, and we're doing 10 where we know that the people are fed up with both parties, because they've been given promises election cycle after election cycle to no avail. And if you target that, and what we were discussing was, what if and now would be the perfect time, because the election just finished. You don't want to do this like a year before the election. And you go in, and then what you start doing, you start teaching the people about civics, about just what we're talking about, parliamentary procedures, and all of these things, the whole government structure. And then on top of it, you say, listen, we need somebody from your community. We're going to train people from your community to represent your community, because guess what? When them come from your community and them live there, when light cut off, guess who for light cut off too? When the water now run, guess who for water, who now get water? When the road mash up, guess who can't drive on it? They are directly and personally affected by things going on in that community. And there's no way you can tell me that these communities don't have people inside there who can do the work of representing the constituency, maybe even better than somebody who's parachuted in. Because the person who's parachuted in doesn't spend much time there. How many of you can tell me that since the election you've seen your MP on a regular basis? How many of you can say that? Not too many. Not too many. So you get people from that community, you train those people, and this is something that the MP should be doing now, but they're not doing it. What they're doing is they're training their sons, their daughters, their nephews, their friends, sons, whatever. Everybody except you who live in that community. They don't want you to chart your course. They don't want you to be the master and the mistress of your destiny. They want to dictate. They want to tell you what's going on. Now, you see, if you get that going on and you get, let's say you address 10 communities and you go to the election and you get 5, you get half of the number. And let's say, just for the sake of this discussion, the election is a close election. So the winner got, or the person, the party with the most seats, the party with the most constituencies, who won the most constituencies, then get 31. And the other party get 28. And you have your 5. Going back to the question I posed, is there a government? No. There is no, you need 32. You know what you're going to have to have? You're going to have a coalition government. Somebody's going to have to come to you and say, 28 when come to you and say, come and join forces with us, and then we have 28 and 5 at 33, right? And them say, so we can form the government. Or the 31 come and say, no, come join forces with us so that we can have a government. We can have a coalition government. You now have the power for dictate the policy and the direction of the country. You can now stand up and for your 5 constituency, you say, guess what? You say for all the years, they never get the roads, the light, the house, the school, the this, the that. Guess what happened? Them go and get it. No, because guess what? Nothing going to pass in a parliament unless we agree to it. So you with your 31, you can't start government with 31. You need 32. So you need us. You with your 28, you need us. So here's what happened. We will form a coalition government with whoever is going to do these things for our people. And guess what happened? We're not fool with, because the first time the promise not come true, we switch. We switch. And that's how 5 people can actually control government in Jamaica. 5. If there's a close election, 5 people you need. And believe me, there are a lot of swing states out there. There are a lot of people, if you come to them like no, and you say it, and you start doing it, and people start believing you. Because remember now, and it reminds me of this example when President Trump, when he was running, you remember what he said to the black people? He said, "One half for lose. One half for lose. One half for lose, because I'm not lose already. So give me a chance. Give me a chance." So that is where, if anybody is interested in a third party, now, like I said, I wanted to see a change in government the last election. You know why? Because the JLP, and nothing personal, it's just about the promises and the facts. The JLP promised the people of Jamaica a lot of things. I remember people were enthusiastic about Andrew Holness. Young, vibrant, bright, educated, all that. And they said, maybe this is a man who can take us places. And he failed. And what I wanted to see was a different government. When I say government, metaphorically, well, not metaphorically, but you know what we're talking about.
Different style of governance.
Yeah, because I would say technically it's both parties actually form government. But what we are saying is that the winning party, right? And so I would have liked to see what Mark Golding and his crew, what they would have done. Because when people say certain things about it, I shuddered, because I'm saying Mark Golding has never been prime minister. And a lot of the people who ran, they were never in parliament. It's the first time for a lot of them. They were never in parliament. So I'm saying, give them a chance, I make us say. Because we voted in Andrew Holness in 2016, and we voted in him again in 2020, and it's the same thing. It's just regurgitated promises. The things that he promised to do, for the most part, he didn't do. Yes, some things were done, but not enough to improve the lives of the people. And remember what he said. He said, the mandate of the Jamaica Labour Party is to make sure that you prosper. And that's where the prosperity doctrine came from. And then you ask, how many people prospered under the JLP party from 2016 till now? How many of you can say you actually stepped up in class? You moved from poor class to middle class, or from middle class to upper class, or from upper class to super rich class? How many of you can say that? Most of you, the overwhelming majority of you, are living the same lives you were living before, or worse.
A question, Uncle.
Go ahead, sir.
A question to that. We often hear that Jamaica is a small island developing state, right? We hear it so much time that it's cliche. And it is energy is the main thing that drives entrepreneurship. Our Prime Minister in 2015 said that he's going to bring big companies to rival JPS.
Indeed.
So my question today in 2026, it's March 7, 2026. What's the name of that big company that is rivaling JPS, so that we can have energy at a cheaper rate, so that we can boost productivity and boost efficiency that is going to advance to the Jamaican people getting more productivity in the country?
Promise Prosperity Electric Company. That's what it's called.
Okay.
It's all promises. I suppose that's not completely true because PNP ministers are working in their constituencies. Well, first of all, Rosemary, there are no PNP ministers.
Thank you.
No PNP ministers. You have PNP MPs, not ministers. Because remember, the party with 32, they get to run the country through the cabinet. And that's where you get the ministers. And the second thing is just that that's not complete because PNP ministers are working in the constitution. Now, let me ask you something, Mr. Rosemary. Can you tell me with certain knowledge that every single PNP minister, and we're not talking now either, we're not talking now, we're going back to 2016. Because that's when they lost the election, right? And they lost it for a reason. Can you tell me that every single PNP MP, minister or not, is working in their constituency? I know PNP constituencies right now, constituencies where the MP the MP is a PNP person. And I can tell you that I get calls from people and they say, no, we don't see them. We don't see them. So Rosemary, it might be you might know of a few or you might know of a lot, but you have to be careful with absolutes. You have to be careful with absolutes. Go ahead.
And I would like to ask her a question too, relating to the same thing. The communities that are in Jamaica, whether it be GLP or PNP constituencies, the communities are atrocious. Can you name the PNP-led community from years gone by that is advanced and above other communities in Jamaica? Because whether PNP or GLP, the roads are still depleted. The community centers are not active. When we look at, we see the roads still bushy, right? We're seeing that there's no economic initiatives for the people of the country to buy into. Where are the community meetings or town hall meetings that they're having? In the election, they were there almost every day out there from a raising platform, shouting to the people, shouting over the people. Where have we seen consultation? And they're using that same smartphone to video it, to show other constituency and the diaspora that work is going on in Jamaica. So when all that is said and done, all is said and nothing is being done. So let us talk about the facts.
Indeed. And what they must understand, and I'll share a little secret with all of you. You hear about the diehards, right? People who would kill for them MP and kill for them party. Have you heard about MPs who will kill for UNO? Do you know, my people, that some of the MPs on both sides, they have business interests together? Do you know this? We now call the names, but they are PNP MPs and JLP MPs who have business together. Do you know that some of them, they went to the same schools. They live in the same neighborhoods. The children go to the same school. Some of them even married to each other. They go to the same clubs. Are you aware of this? Think about it, all of the diehards. Are you aware of this? I was rudely awakened to this when I got a chance to go up on the hill and hang out with them. And when I see the people together, I said, wait a minute, this can't be right. This cannot be right. And so what you will find happening is that they'll come to Parliament, they'll put on a show. They'll cuss and carry on. But it's a show. A lot of times, not every time, but a lot of times it's a show. It's a show. You know what? Let me show you something. I'm sure some of you saw this. We'll not get a kick out of that video here. I'm sure some of you have seen this before. Hold on a second. Oh, here it is. If you have children watching, then kind of move them because I think there were some expletives in this, and I can't get it out. But here we go. Jamaica, I don't know if you
just mute the section when you come to it.
You have to do it on your side, Pupa. African youth said with bars having a drink with, and that picture, speaks volumes. That with Philip Falwell. But take a look at this. And then what I want you to pay attention to the end when the two politicians are speaking. I want you to listen to this.
Big up to the star, boy, and tell you a bad thing.
Tell them bitches anyway, cause we don't care what none of them galapi say. You can't stop me, I'm a fulfill a proper say. I do what I
People, when I come for this, me ain't know if a long talk is. Me I got to show. Welcome to the Magnum $1 Million Face-Off, where we have a lot of things happen in a dance hall. This virgin from Portland never give up yet. Him never give up yet. Listen me, I one thing him know. Him ain't no ears. Listen me, him say peace. Peace him a peace.
I remember when him call himself Killer Vaz. Right? Listen to this.
Ready for Mr. Darrell Vaz?
Anyway, me there. My name Killer Vaz. So we're gonna run some 45 now and do the thing. Right that dread. If you want the grill.
Mr. Darrell Vaz come right us and show you say a pace a run race. But Mr. Damien Crawford over there and say, hey, Mr. Vaz, me I can't defend myself.
Yo, hear me as a famous. Darrell Vaz new to music, you don't really know music. Oh, you become kill Rasta and just like you got a bird bush. No man.
Yes. A dub for dub, run the round. So Mr. Darrell Vaz, are you ready?
Run the rhythm, my brethren, because no politics is a music. Run it now, let me hear it.
Chat, at the wall, ya chat to John will say so. Darrell at the bar. Police in helicopter, I carry them on a doctor. Say him a Rasta, and him don't smoke ganja.
Mr. Damien Crawford, defend yourself.
Give me the killer.
What them say? Damien Crawford, some boy come with long argument, them think of parliament. Bullet telling them like a ornament.
No disrespect.
Darrell Falls, Damien say you fi shut up. Gosh, you better say you boss up. Black blunt, tough black. Inna you them stuck up. Kill him already, kill him again. And a buck up, walk on the limp like inna you suck.
Him in a bag of talking. Darrell in a chalking. Crawfish, we press trigger, we don't touch people, but you come and chat, come face with some. Darrell, you have 22 in the soap. 10 of you, and who for next dozen? We press trigger, we don't touch people, but
Yo, Damien Crawford! You're the boss and that's the last word. I want to them, this is not a special, it's a sample, it's a part of an example. It's all on the major mackerel. I want to them, we be the two like
better know you hear me, Darrell Vaz. We and you are brother and sister, but we are the brother. The brother, the weak in a hip and strong in a lip. Club famous a war. See the boy around the game, me and no make him get wet. People dead in here, major mackerel and bounty killer. When you see again, killer, so that again. No! Champion. Damien, you kill one. Darrell Vaz, a dopey man. A dopey man. Hey, Darrell Vaz. Man, where you ever do one day? Where? You mean you put your mouth down there? Down where? Where you ever do
A restaurant you go create and a girl.
Yo, it done. Overall, Mr. Vaz has 35 points. You understand me, right? And overall, Mr. Crawford, a.k.a. Crawfy, is leaving the club with 58 points.
No, well, we expected Earl to come quite well. You know, there were rumors on the street that he had a lot of dubs. But I also expected that I'd have had a better connection because the age of the audience and my age. You know, so we expected to win, but we were a little worried because a lot of people also expected you to win. And when the expectation that you will win is a little more pressure than before. But ZJ Wawa came on and gave me a lot of lessons. You know, people like Screechy, Mexidus, Bounty Killer, and think they gave me a lot of assistance, you know, Major Mackerel. So the artist really reached out and assisted in what happened.
There's not much research, you know. The fact of the matter is I just agreed to do it because I'm a man of the people, and it ended up in a rivalry between me and Damien. Everybody thinks that it's a rival, but it's not a rival because we are one. And the truth of the matter is that we board on one another's constituency, we work together, and anything, whether I'm in power or he's in power, if I can help him, I do it, and vice versa. And that is what we want to show people, that, guess what? This myth about politics and divisiveness is no longer, because the younger generation, we are one and we're working to one cause, and that is to build Jamaica.
Which one of the Jamaica then?
I want to sit down and hear him say, it's not about divisiveness. Politics, it's a myth. And yet when election time comes, people are wanting to process want to just watching them. You see all the people out there? There's so much people out there. Have a protest or a demonstration or a gathering and say we are going to educate our people, we are going to teach them, and see how much of them come out there. See how much of them come out there. This is what the society has gone to. And you see who are perpetuated. You see who are perpetuated. You see who are perpetuated. Go ahead.
Wait a second, Uncle. I see it and I'm not amused by it. Why? And people might call, oh, party pooper, or, you know, what you want to see, people being divided. No, this would have been amusing if the Jamaican people were treated properly. If most of those people who are there, they have a house, they have proper jobs that are paying them rightfully, and if those people could feed their families properly as well. You understand? It would have been amusing then. But do remember, these are the people who were on the campaign trail telling people one by one they're going to jail. Right? These are serious things, you know. These are missing money. These are unaccounted for money that is not there. That not killing one or two people in Jamaica. It's killing a generation opportunity of progressing and moving forward. So again, it is entertaining the people while that is distracting them from their struggles. So we are living in moments and we are not thinking about a future. To think about China the other day, they came into the middle of their country to make preparation for 100 years ahead for their people. And we are in Jamaica listening to two people who not ask us, not the democratic process that comes and present that, oh, we have been doing good for the country. So we are going to say, we're proposing that we're taking, we're proposing for a pay raise. They took 300% increase, whilst Jamaican people who are there supporting the garbage that they're doing, for lack of a better term, sorry. These people are the lowest, among the lowest compensated in the Caribbean. When will we stop choosing entertainment over information and empowerment? And again, I have to say it, every Saturday, this is a university. Right here at Rattigan University.
Thank you. Professor, you want to open the phone line? And while you want to talk?
Yeah, man, open it, man. I have 20 minutes, then people can call in and make a short.
So the number of people, 667-369-8569. Call us and tell us what your thoughts are about a viable third party and the five member of the third party directing traffic in Jamaican politics. The line is open. The phone is on. So just check it. And the number is 667-369-8569. Now, I know I expect a call from certain people and them better call because otherwise them can't call again. The line is open, people. Tell us what your thoughts are about a third party directing traffic in Jamaican politics. Is it you think it's doable? Would you want that to happen? You want to be a part of it? Tell us what your feelings are. The number 667. Wait, number there. Soon start DJ. No. 669-8569. 667-369-8569. Yeah, I mean, I was shocked when I saw the thing, you know, and I said, boy, look how the people them crowd up and go, and I said, boy, this would be such a nice thing if we could get them in our classroom, you know, if we could get people in our classroom. If I go back to Jamal type days or whatever it is, but just get, because I tell you what, a lot of those people, you know, a lot of those people, they're suffering from ignorance. And when I say ignorance means that they don't know.
Correct.
And how, trying to get them to know something.
Another reconnection rally, please.
Another reconnection.
Willful ignorance it is as well. A lot of them are willful ignorance.
The phone I ring now. Let me slide thanks now. Hello?
You do the connect part, right?
You know, give me that now, Papa.
No, man. Where it says where you can go hands free.
No, give me that.
When you look on the phone, I'm not seeing it. All right. Okay.
Click on the speaker and then
so the speaker icon is what you change.
Audio. Oh, then
right.
Yes, you're there.
Hello. Hello.
And make sure that channel 5 not muted, please. So the red light not supposed to be on.
Hello.
Hello.
Yes.
There you go.
Welcome to Reason with Rattigan. Talk to us.
Yes,
what are your thoughts
Mr.
about the third party and 5 members controlling the direction?
Believe me, I support that a whole lot because watching the video, these are something that I've been seeing over the years of my life, that people are friends together and they all combine together doing what they're doing. And that is why we're not getting any better service in Jamaica. Right? Because I heard you mention about area that people don't even know they're MP. And that is a fact. So just yesterday, I said to somebody, I live in this area from 2006, and I have not seen an MP, not even know where the office is. Only when election time, you see people come around and I'm not even the right MP. Maybe I have somebody that's working for them. So I would endorse that third party system there.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much. Let me grab another call. Thanks for the call.
Okay.
Right,
turn down the phone channel just a little bit.
Turn it up a little bit.
Down, just a little bit.
Okay. Caller, good night. Welcome to Reason with Rattigan. Where are you calling from? Hello? Yes. Hold on a second.
Connected. Hello?
Yeah,
hello?
greetings to you and your panel, sir.
Yes, may I say.
Greetings.
Big up yourself.
I am for the third party because it is a long time now that Jamaica are going through this kind of shenanigans with these politicians. So I am for the third party. I have learned something tonight that I never know is happening in our country.
What's that?
When you speak about the, let me go back. It slipped me. It slipped me. It slipped me. The part that I wanted to talk about is slipped me. I'm in an echo.
Yeah, your echo?
Yeah.
Oh, what now? I still hear your echo?
Yeah, that's a little better.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, Mr. Rattigan, I am happy for your program because you're opening the eyes of the Jamaican people. And I hope to God that our Jamaican people will wake up and realize that these politicians don't mean them any good whatsoever. Because I have seen one particular politician, and I'm going to call because I don't want to put your program in any problem. Before he get into politics, when he was at university, and I've seen his behavior and his attitude, and it still carry on now. It is still going on.
Right. You know what?
As they say, a leopard never changes spot.
Yeah, hold on a second there. Let me just show the people something because somebody was asking about the Marcus Garvey party. The party that I'm showing you, let me put it up again. This what I'm showing you right here. These are registered parties, right? Jamaica Labour Party, People's National Party, Jamaica Progressive Party, and the UIC. Now, what I didn't show you, and I'm going to show you now, is this. The unregistered parties. And you're going to be surprised at how many third parties start up in Jamaica. You're going to be surprised. Here it is, the unregistered parties. Look, Revolutionary Conservative Movement. There's the NDM, National Democratic Movement, New Nation Coalition, Left Alliance for National Democracy and Socialism. There's a Marcus Garvey one, Marcus Garvey People's Political Party. These are unregistered parties. Now look at this third category, the defunct parties, parties that started and went nowhere. Look at the number. Agricultural Industrial Party, Christian Conscience Movement, Christian Democratic Party, Colored Party, Communist Party of Jamaica, Convention Independence Party, Farmers Federation, Farmers Party, Federation of Citizens Association, Imperial Ethiopian World Federation Incorporated Political Party, Independent Labour Party, Jamaica Alliance for National Unity, Jamaica Democratic Party, Jamaica Independent Movement, Jamaica Liberal Party, Jamaica Radical Workers Union, Jamaica Socialist Party, Jamaica United Front, Jamaica United Party, formerly the United West Indian Party, Jamaica We Party. That sound like a soca thing. Jerusalem, National Labour Party, New Jamaica Alliance, People's Freedom Movement, People's Political Party. That's a party that's founded by Marcus Mosiah in 1929. Progressive Labour Movement. They merged with the People's Political Party soon after being founded in 1961. Republican Party, United Party of Jamaica, United People's Party, Workers' Party of Jamaica. Look at all these parties. How many of us knew about this? That we had all of these parties at one point in Jamaica. And then in addition to the defunct parties, the ones that are no longer around, we have this, the unregistered ones. They're there, but not going on for them. And then these are the ones that are registered. And these are the ones that are registered. And of the 4 that are registered, only 2 run in the country. Go ahead, my sister.
This is the reason why I say it's very important for people to listen to your program. Because we are learning a lot. We are learning a lot from this program. However, I wouldn't mind if you form a party so that we could vote for you. That we could vote for you.
Well,
because trust me.
I would go and form a party, but I would only form it if Professor DJ is right there next to me. I'm a nephew.
Well, I'll tell you this.
What?
I'll tell you this. We can have a party, and I'll be there.
You mean like this one? You mean like this party out there?
Jamaica will party.
Jamaica will party.
Jamaica will party.
See, that's a Jamaica will party. See,
Yeah.
See,
We can.
the Jamaica Party was a political party in Jamaica. It was it first contested national elections in 1967, but received only 133 votes and failed to win a seat, and it did not contest any further election. So there was a party called Jamaica Party.
And Jerusalem.
They have well-thinking people down there, Mr. Rattigan.
We do.
For them to get things come together, that is the issue. They're listening to you and are willing to reach out to you because we need our country to change, We need people with integrity to run our country because Jamaica is a place where all other countries look to us. But the two parties bring Jamaica into disrepair. We have gone from number one to I don't even know where we are possessed now.
Look, the idea of a third party is just something, and again, it's an idea, just something that it's just a discussion point. There's no serious attempt to form any third party. But what we're saying is that the system that we have in Jamaica, the constitutional monarchy system, the Westminster system, actually it's a bastardized version of the Westminster system. We complain about it. We complain about it all the time. And we're saying that, listen, if you get another party inside and mix up the things, maybe it will change. Maybe the corruption thing will go down. Maybe the crime thing will go down. Maybe Jamaica will become productive. We don't know, but here's the thing. We know what we have right now, and we don't like it. We know what we have now, and it's not working.
But Mr. Rattigan, what I don't like about our Jamaican people? Things that are good for them, they're not willing to come together and stand together for the betterment of their life. They're expecting we, the diaspora, to continue to fight for them while other open knock into the whole of them galvanized and gone out. But things that is important to their life, they don't care about it.
Well,
can I say though, Mum, for 1 second? I understand your sentiment, but what I also am very cognizant of the state of Jamaican people, right? Education is undermined and entertainment is idolized, right? So when you have that now, you have a deficit when it comes on to education and empowerment. And that is the importance of this program here. And the progressive thought about a coalition government, I've learned that today. And it's based on coming here repeatedly from ever since it started. I was invited to the University of the West Indies because I come around bright people, four bright people. So me think that I'm going to become the fifth, right? Exactly. So what we want to do is to create that community through education and empowerment in order to get people where they need to go. Because if you're not educated about fixing a car, you can't fix the car. And now we are seeing Mr. Rattigan showing that our MPs, elected MPs, where they are getting 300% increase, they don't know the rules of parliament, right? So imagine the people of the country. They're so suppressed that all they can think about is coping mechanism. And that means going to the party. That means going on the corner to get a rum and boom and spliff all day. So how can we elevate our people out of our coping mechanism and just getting by? Because the Prime Minister keeps saying it, we are resilient people. Yes, we're resilient, but why are we always resilient? It means that something is wrong, right? So acknowledging where we are, I believe that we'll be getting better once we continue things like this.
Jamaica, I am in total agreement with you when you say that we need to be educated, right? But your leader asked to the water. You cannot force them to drink it. There are so many opportunities for these people to become educated. Take, for instance, the very phone that we have in our hand. We can find information there. Just as though they can look for where a party is going to be happening. Oh, yeah, come on now. This is your life. And we got to change our mindset of how we think. Because all the politicians then out there, they are well fed. The Prime Minister said, in belly full, yeah, and pot a boil. You get what I'm saying? And all these people don't just say, Ray! 1 p.m. And they're not thinking about themselves.
Yeah, we're fighting a mentality, Mom, and I think it's going to take a little time, but we're on our way, I believe. And even you coming to have these progressive conversations, you're contributing to the solution. So yes, we recognize where they are, and I believe that we have to give them grace, but continuous with the information that we're giving. And we are blessed to be in a time when you don't have to go to university to get these information. YouTube has become our university. So again, when you look at Singapore, you look at the literacy level at Singapore, it's because of free education being there. We never had this free education. So what we need to do is to leverage these free education, and even thinking about the progressive thought of having a third party, then we are able to go in and to have community meetings. We're able to contribute to community initiatives. So yes, we must move, I believe, from just talking about the problem to solving the problem now. And I think that we are on to something here. And even if it's not a serious thought now, a phone that we have in our hand was an idea, right? Right. So we're on our way, Mum, I believe.
Yes. Let me run, leave him. I'll grab 2 more calls here, but thanks for the call.
Okay. Thanks for having me. And I just want to say to you, Mike, I've been watching you, I've been seeing what you're doing. And like as you say, this discussion is what is bringing about some light, shedding light to the people then. But however, we still need to blaze the fire. And I just want to big you all up, all right?
All right, cool.
Thank you.
I'll get calls all over the place. I know. Miss P, go ahead.
Yeah, Rattigan, good night to you and good night to your fellow panelists.
Hold on the call. Miss P, there you. Go ahead, Miss P. Give me a quick talk because we are running out of time, Miss P. And we have 2 calls.
All right. My point with the third party, it sounds good, But we have to get people like you, Kevin Strew, Jamaica, and some people where we put confidence in and trust. And no saying if we don't say A, because when we see the UIC man come and he was so holy and this, and then afterward he flip-flop and people figure sell them body and everybody be a thief. So a third party is good in a democratic society. Right. Not so bright as you know, but you have to go vet them proper.
Right. And you see,
understand?
And my argument for the third party is that the manifesto should be 1 page, and it just said to hold government accountable and to be responsible to the citizens. 1 page. 1 page. You don't need no 80-some page with glass and glossy and photograph. No, you don't need that. You don't need that. 1 page.
Thank you.
1 page.
Just 1 page.
Yep.
1 Rattigan, 1 Kevin Strew, 1 OT,
See
1
that?
Joan. That's 1 Professor Joan.
See
and
that?
we know that the party they're gone.
5
you know,
people.
we are left with
If it's a close election, you just need 5 people and 5 people around the thing. That's it.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
All right.
Because we know what Rattigan will do. and what Rattigan won't do.
There
We
you go.
know what Kevin, we know what Jamaica will do. But these people, we have to vet them good.
All right.
Can't run in at them just so. Big up yourself.
All right, take care, Miss P. We'll talk soon.
Take care. Thank you.
Caller, go ahead. Welcome to Welcome
Yeah.
to Rattigan. Welcome to come to Reason with Rattigan. Go ahead.
Yeah, good evening and good evening to your panelists. Hey, Mr. Rattigan, our biggest problem in Jamaica is corruption.
Yeah.
And you see, unless we tackle corruption, and we got to tackle corruption from the head, from the judges to the parliamentarian, to the permanent secretary, to the police, to the politicians.
Right.
Until we tackle that problem, where we definitely have people, if we have to get them from overseas to send these people to prison, then we won't get anywhere. Because if you are an optimistic person, we gotta be realistic in this sense and say, listen, on the opposition party, we have people in there who are wolves in sheep clothing.
Yeah, no party, not perfect. Yeah, I agree with
Because,
you. Yeah.
because if we have something like 200% raise, and you barely hear anybody from the opposition talking about it and say we should not take the raise and force the government, then we won't get anywhere. When you see we have judges making decisions, such as the judge who fined the former speaker less than the charge that you commit, and you don't hear the DPP say, listen, we need to take this to court again, because this is not the ruling you should have made. We definitely have a problem.
Let me tell you something. One of the things I would love to see the vote in Parliament for the increase. I would love to see the vote, because you see, if I were the leader of the party, I would, you know what I would have said? I would have said we'll vote against it, because even if we want it, because guess what happened? You'll get it same way, because them have side of the majority. So them all get it same way. But out of principle, you say, no, I'm voting against it. Even if you want it, because you're going to get it, because them have the majority, and that's simple majority vote. But I would love to see the vote in the parliament as to who voted for that. You're absolutely correct. Nobody's asking about that. You're absolutely correct.
I'm gonna tell you another low-hanging fruit that's hitting Jamaica hard. You see this thing about contract? When we have government officials sitting down in parliament and they get a direct contract from the government, and you have nobody on the opposition side even saying it is wrong, that should tell us as a Jamaican people that, listen, they are the same, not all of them, but to have people in there is the same as people in the party. So, Mr. Rattigan, I am very optimistic, and I'm telling you this. Until the people who are down in Jamaica, until they have enough, you and I and Kevin Stew and even the other panelists that you have, we won't get anywhere with tourism at all. Because we have some very low-hanging fruit that are very easy to prosecute, Mr. Rattigan.
Right.
And nobody is coming up and saying, you know what? Enough is enough. My term for Jamaican people, we are the most pretty and decent mad people in the Caribbean, because we have endured so much and we walk like nothing is happening. The amount of murders that has happened in Jamaica is more than 80 over the years.
Yeah.
That is a bigger nation and having a civil war.
Right.
So keep on doing what we're doing, and keep on doing what we're doing, Mr. Stu, and keep on doing what we're doing, Jamaica. But the real help, Mr. Rattigan, will come from people from the diaspora decide that, you know what, we going to form a party and we going to go down there, Mr. Rattigan. We won't see the changes that we want, because we keep swapping black dog to monkey, and we keep getting the same result, because we have people who sit in the house who do the same thing when they are in the opposition.
Right.
And the same thing when they are the right party. So that's my 2 cents, my brother.
All right. Thanks a lot for your comments, and
Right,
much appreciated.
Blessings.
All right. And right, no party is perfect. No party is perfect. So you're going to have the deceptors, you're going to have the criminals, you're going to have the con men, you're going to have the con men, con women, whatever. You're going to have people there who are not genuine. They're in there for themselves. They're not there for. And you know, sometimes too, you have some people who actually enter politics, you know, with a noble spirit and a good heart, but the system and the people around them corrupt. Caller, good night.
Last caller.
Yes, last caller. Go ahead, caller. Welcome to Reason with Rattigan.
You connect them?
Jamaica and the third party. From my life of living in Jamaica till I migrate, I've seen parties, other third party come on board, and they have not survived. So that tells me Jamaica is not ready for that. Jamaica is not ready for a third party. Jamaica political system is heavily entrenched on the two-party system, JLP and PNP. And also it is based on family tradition. And people must look beyond that now and think about the party who I can trust.
Let me ask you a question, Ms. Phillip. Do you think that if you have a well-organized third party and they say we're just looking for 5 seats, that's all we're looking for, are you saying that there is no way, given the state of affairs in Jamaica, and you must realize that if a third party is going to establish itself in Jamaica, I would say to them, focus on the 60-something% that didn't vote, because that is where you'll make your money, you know. Right? When I say make your money, meaning you'll get your votes. 60-something% of the people who registered, who went out and did something to vote on voting day, they said, we're not voting. There's a reason why. They're fed up with both parties. And so I'm asking you, do you think that so they can't even win 1 seat? That's what you're saying.
I am not ruling out that, Mr. Rattigan. Okay. But let me say this. People have to let me
No, go ahead, please. Go ahead.
Each individual have to be or has to be motivated that much for a change. And then something like that can happen. And also somebody like you, somebody like you step in that position, you know. And as I say, the motivation, they want the change, move away from the two-party system and think about who have their interest and the economic management of the country and so on, and the social services that will be offered. Come away from the standard way of
we're running out of time. Listen to me carefully. What I'm saying, you know, is that you don't parachute people into the 10 constituencies. I'm just using 10 as a number for the purpose of our discussion. Use 10 as a number. We're talking about people within the community, you know. They are bringing a stranger come in and parachute a stranger in, and then the election over and the stranger gone, and then don't see or hear from him. We're talking about somebody who lives in that community.
And can I say something real quick to her? Think about
a question from Mr. Knight, but I don't think I can ask him the question in one time.
Another time, but I want to quickly say this to you. Think of this idea as a baby. One of the hardest things to ever do in life is to walk, right? And a baby took that step. That's the bravest thing ever, right? If this take a step, I will ask that you be a part of a oversight committee to know hold these people. If say 3 of us, hold us accountable, support us, because we want to see good. We have to focus on what we want, because change is not the same. Change is what it is, change, and it is inevitable. So I say, if this comes about, support it and be optimistic, if you may will. Right?
I'm not saying it can't work, but Mike, I'm not saying that. But let me say, do you think too to run a survey of that percentage of people who did not vote, as to find out why they did not vote. Because some persons they are set in certain positions and they don't want no change.
Hold that thought. And that's why I'm saying to you that they would do a survey to say, okay, let's look at 10 communities that we believe are dissatisfied. Let's find out why they're dissatisfied, why they took the initiative to register to vote but didn't vote. And then even though we say all the partisans said, but even that's where there's a divide and alliance to either party. So who's going to form that party? What we're saying is that it's an idea. We're not saying a party.
And I could give her some statistics real quick. In 2020, 37% of the population voted, right? Albeit it was in COVID. But when you look this year, it was, well, last year, 39.5% voted. A lot of people said that they voted for the first time, I myself, because we want a change, right? It shows you that 60.5% of people don't believe in these two political parties, but they are facing the struggles that Jamaicans continue to face. So if we're able to present something community-led, as Mr. Rattigan said, you're going to see the pothole, the water not going to reach your yard, then you have all the motivation to change this thing. And when you have a set of people who understand governance and play a part in governance, then we might get change.
All right, we have to leave it. That's the last word.
Okay, you have a point, and with willingness to.
Thank you for coming.
All right, okay.
All right. Listen, folks, it's been real, it's been fun, it's been educational.